size. How's that for you guys? Yeah, cool. So hopefully that's all good for you. It still looks like... Save. Hey, I saved just a moment ago. I was going to go for a piss, remember? I still fucking need to go. I think I'm still lagging a little bit, but it doesn't seem too bad. Let me put this up to the highest quality. Yeah, that's suffering. Back to the lowest. Yeah, I'll just have to keep on this. Dual wielding only on the SMGs. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to the objects. So I can't remember who asked about the scripting elements, like relays and such, but yeah. So you've got all the sort of typical shit. So you've got like the end of a level, you've got your light modules, you've got movers. So like if I wanted this cliff here to move 30 units in that direction, I could do that. I just place a mover, I attach the cliff to it. I could make the mover start turned on and take 10 seconds to do it, and it would do it. I'm obviously not going to do that. I don't want that to happen, but that would work. Portals are just a graphical event. We usually use them as a exit. Ref map in out, that's to do with prefabs. I'll explain it another time. Relays, so if you wanted some scripting to take 5 seconds or between 5 and 10 seconds to do something after something, yeah, you can go. Anyway, as Hazard so wisely said, I'm going for a piss. So I will leave you with the tunes and be back in 2 minutes.
You're a mess, Dragonfly.
Alright, I'm back. Hey, I don't type those messages, Hazard. What are you on? The OS. Okay. Those who don't already know, say what you think it means. You're probably wrong, but take a guess. Right, I'm going to go catch up on chat. So, I don't know if Sunpraiser is still here or not, but I will try to remember to upload them to YouTube. Original Shankster, original Sim. So I'm original is what we're saying, okay. You're wrong. Yeah, I'll try and remember to do the YouTube VOD. I have to do those manually now. They used to be automatic, which is annoying. So I'll probably forget. Thank you, Pagby, for the follow. I appreciate that. Old school. Oh, sorry. Good to see you here, Jazz. Good to see you. Sporting the dorkiest shirt ever, so you're seeing me in my most natural of habitats. Oliver Sullivan. Incredibly close. Condense that into just one word. Every letter needed there. I don't have the new Doom tools. Jason, I didn't check. Oliver Sullivan. No, it's O'Sullivan. There you go. That's my last name. You can go dox me now. Have fun. Very close. Old socks. I throw those out. I don't keep socks around for long. If they've got a hole in, they're fucking gone. Goodbye. I don't want you. Yeah, you already knew that. Thank you, Palladium. Has, like, the way I look at it, like, my freelance web design used to be, like, all my stuff for my freelance web work, that's where all my Doom stuff used to be hosted, so, like, it wasn't a secret at all on the internet what my name was. And I didn't care. My website has since been taken down, like, I don't do freelance work anymore, outside of the Prodeus stuff. But, like, enough people knew my name anyway, it really didn't affect me. Like, if anyone wants to know where I live, fuck it, Wicked, come round, I'll give you a beer. Who gives a shit? I haven't got any secrets to hide, so... Worst thing you could do is probably go on Facebook and be like, haha, I know this guy, he's a dickhead. And I'd just shrug it off. Star People stands for odd shit. I mean, that wouldn't be wrong. I am a bit of a shit and I am rather odd. Anyway, back to this. So this fog, I'm going to make that less dense. We'll put the density to 3 and we'll give it a darker shade of blue. The blue metal shade, that'll be quite nice actually. Let's check that out. There's actually a model with the name Josh O'Sullivan, so most Google searches come up with him. I don't understand why he's a model particularly, but there you go. Yeah, I'm digging that. Not digging the music overlap though. Sweet. Was there any other functions I wanted to go through for whoever was asking? Fuck it. Basically, yes, you can do all that sort of stuff if you want. If you really wanted a scoring system, it would be the most ghetto thing ever, but you could do that out of actual geometry and, like, counting it upwards and down and that sort of stuff. It would be hacky as fuck, but you could make it work. What mod is this? It's not a mod. This is a game. Prodeus. Hazard, could I call on you to do me a favour since I linked you earlier? Could you relink the Steam page for Prodeus just so Palladium over here has a link? Yeah, that prison wall thing. So that's derivative of something Jason did. And I've reworked it quite heavily to suit this level, basically. Cheers, Hazard. Jesus, Hank. But yeah, that's totally possible here. That sort of like reverse engineering is totally possible. Bethesda Doom. Well, I mean, Bethesda have nothing to do with Doom as far as I'm concerned except publishing it. So, the new ones anyway. Right, over here we're going to slap in the tiniest little lava river. And all we're going to do is extrude that up, or down rather, and then copy that and slap that in here, and boom, we have a little lava puddle. Delicious. Where's the light that I put in over here? There it is. Going to slap one of those in here. I'm going to duplicate this surface. I'm going to turn that into the shadow material. I'm going to extrude it again downwards so that when the light goes below, there you go. See how this light is hitting the edges of this surface? Now, if I didn't have that shadow box for the shadows to hit, that light would bleed through everything. But there it's now casting a shadow and illuminating upwards. Now, that's a bit too strong. It's way too strong. Let me select just the lights. So I want the intensity for that to be 2, and the range could be only like 20, honestly. And the spotlight angle, will lower that to 130 just so it hits less surfaces. I'm actually going to bring that this way a bit more. Intensity 3. There we go, that's more like what I want. It's just a softer light. Wait, Twitch's clip button is gone? That's lame. Start a change.org petition right now. What happens during map build? So, do you mean like the compile? So the compile process is really quick. Let me try and tab out quick enough. Gonna try that again. So if I get ready to tab out, there. So I've tabbed out a bit early, but you get to see. So basically, this is a series of steps it takes. So it breaks the nodes for the map, as you'd expect. It packs all the faces, so obviously it's not brushes, it's faces in this engine. So basically it works out all their sizes, it creates a mega texture for all of their UV mapping as far as I'm aware. Applies it all. I wouldn't say mega texture is the right word, I just don't know the correct terminology. It also has, so as you can see, like it saves the map properties, the splat info. The splat info is like where blood and explosion and decal marks go on into the onto the terrain. So if you kill a monster, the splats actually appear there, that sort of stuff. So it creates a UV map for that. Works out what materials are needed, so on and so forth. It does all the things you'd expect to do, including like AI navigation meshes and all that sort of stuff. It works ridiculously quickly. So like if I guess this is just becoming a demonstration stream, so if I load one of my most complex maps, the waste processing map, and we'll go to the latest version where Jason's been working on it, you'll see there's tons of stuff going on in this map. Here we go. So we got tons of geo in this place. Tons of entities, lots of lights. I'm not sure it does. I believe everything is always on show, so it doesn't need to calculate viz. I think it does some culling, I'm not too sure. But it's not a mod of Doom Palladium, it's fully, completely newly built. There's nothing to do with Doom or its source code at all in use. Like, it is completely nothing Doom related. It just happens to be in the same genre and I guess you could say style of Doom. So, yeah, you saw how quickly this built. Even with all of this. I guess we're speedrunning this level now. Bye, guys. I don't want to fight you. See you, Ned. There's only one thing I want to show, which is the auto map. Okay, I'm going to freeze the AI. So if I press the auto map button, notice how everything that I have seen so far is rendered, but that which I haven't is not. That's using the splat technology. So whenever you look at a surface, it's technically casting an invisible blood splat, which then marks it as viewable or not viewable on the auto map. So you can navigate the auto map much like you would in the editor, basically. Yeah, Jason's maps are phenomenal, Jazz. They really are. So, as you can see, I've seen over here, but I haven't seen much of this interior here, so it's all missing. If I grab the auto map, get a nice little effect, and then that which I haven't seen gets sort of rendered as a sort of grid texture, basically. Which is awesome, and I can now see like actors, like different entities, be they like zombies or ammo, or I can't remember what purple actually is, you know? I think that's a checkpoint. Health pickups, ammo, so on and so forth, armor. Like they all get marked on the map for you. If you can find the auto map, usually it's in a well hidden place or somewhat out the way optional location. So yeah, this is some cool stuff, but that's like what part of the splat technology is doing. Go get the rocket launcher secret. Don't know why I'm fighting it, because it can't fight back, so I turned off the AI. Yeah. It kind of is Revo, but at the same time it kind of isn't. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it gives you some foreshadowing. Whoops, I failed that jump. Gives you a little bit of foreshadowing, sure, but grab the rocket ammo secret, why not? I always kill defenseless aliens. How moddable is the game outside the editor? That's yet to be established. Like, obviously it's a work in progress. Everything's still being worked on. But at the moment, a lot of it is. So, like, if you want to add music or graphics or sound, that's all doable at the moment. None of it's sort of like compressed into the game. Now, I don't know how that's going to be handled when we go for the full release, whether or not that information will still be accessible to, like, the average modder. Yeah, remote destination right inside of my face. But yeah, like I put in a texture from the OTEX texture pack that Akira made for Doom. I added some normal maps and all that sort of stuff to it, and it just worked. Like, it was there in the game. If you do that though, you won't be able to make use of the community shared map system, which I guess I'll go and show now. So, we can also show that, BT, yeah. There you go. Didn't take long to go back into the editor. So if I go back to the main menu, I'm actually going to skip that. I'm on the mid file. So there is online. There'll be multiplayer. It's not in the game yet. Hold your horses. But there is cloud maps. So if I go to browse, there will be a browser where you can see other people's levels. This browser will be elaborated on. There'll be better ways of searching. But at the moment, like, we just dump our maps in here, like work in progress ones. I don't think I've seen this one before. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to reveal it, but here we go. We'll do it anyway. So here's a central processing tower. We'll have a quick look-see. It's obviously a work in progress, just dumped in there. Nothing that's probably going to end up in the game necessarily. Yeah, with this many faces, it probably won't. So I believe this was done by Shadesmaster, who bought the highest Kickstarter backing package. So they've actually had a go at the editor. Got you. Oh yeah, there was this map. Yeah, I remember now. The little E1M1 style zigzag steps. Yeah, I love this. This is so, like, I love it. But yeah, you saw how quick it was for me to download someone else's work, albeit them just learning the editor. I really should kill the shotgun and take his shotgun. I do like the toxic zombie. Thank you. Oh, you'd definitely be able to remake Doom in this. Well, most of it. All actions that are possible in Doom are theoretically possible in this. The only thing I'm not so sure on is teleporters at the moment, as that's not in the game. Teleporters are kind of like a bad mapper's crutch, so I try to avoid them at the moment. That guy's a little bit stuck. Are 3D models possible? I mean, it's a 3D editor, so you could make your model, so to speak, as a prefab. Oh god, yeah, the gunplay is satisfying. But anyway, the point that I was trying to show was that it's so quick and easy to play other people's levels, and there is this cloud map facility built into the game. So if you saw, hey, my friend Dave made a map, I'm going to go play it. From the moment I click play, it starts downloading it. I make that about 10 seconds, maybe 12. That was it. And I've downloaded the full level already. And maps that are on this cloud platform. So say you built a map on your PC, and your mate who's playing it on Nintendo Switch or PS4 or whatever wants to play it, they can, because it's in the game. Simple. I imagine they're stored somewhere locally, yes, but I don't know where you'd go to access them, Hank. I'd have to ask that question to the devs. Yeah, Jason's very interested in keeping modding an option, like extended modding, but he has made it aware that, like, if you do anything that the game doesn't necessarily intend for you to do, such as adding custom textures and stuff, like, we're not going to stop you doing that if you can do it. But what we're not able to do is support that on the cloud mapping stuff. And reason for that ultimately is, like, we don't want to have to, like, sign our lives away to the act of, like, moderating that makes sure people aren't uploading things they shouldn't do, such as pornography or, like, actual violent imagery and that sort of stuff. Like, that's not what our job is. We don't want to spend the rest of our life after we release that doing that. And in addition to that, or copyrighted materials, God forbid, that too. And in addition to that, like, it also stops us having to worry about building the facilities for that too much and catering for huge files, which will make the server expense greater. So if you wanted to make a mod for it, that's, like, quite expansive on the game, go ahead. Host it on something like ModDB or your own website. You'll be golden. I don't see why 3D models wouldn't be able to be included, though. I don't have the ability to say yes or no to that because I don't know the answer, so... Man, the architecture in this room. Stuff like that. Oh, I love it. For fuck's sake, Jason, why are your maps so nice? I'm gonna set this guy's face on fire. And then his body got crushed by a door. Yeah, there you go. I mean, Jason has been in the industry for ages. Oh my god. The little benches, I love them. I have played the creator map. I think I've played most of his maps now. The only one I don't think I've played is the... Actually, no, I haven't played the creator map that he's working on currently, no. I looked at it really early on when there was nothing really to play. It was just like a, hey, look at this huge-ass crater I've made. But yeah, like... Let me just hide the HUD for a sec, like, and get some distance. I'll use no-clip for now. It'd help if I didn't hold... Oh, you can't no-clip in the cloud map. Of course, I've probably fucked myself. Cool. I haven't fucked myself. Yeah, I forgot that's an editor tool. But still, like, the sort of shape and silhouette of this building... Spot on. Perfect. BT, I can confirm that's intended to happen. Myself and Jason intend to make tutorials for this. We don't have a date on when they'll be done. Like, we haven't even started them currently, so... What was that? Secret? Like, you know, that might be well after early access and into the final release, or maybe afterwards. But yeah, what we will be doing is putting our maps in the game for other people to be able to edit. Look at that, I found a secret. Yeah. I do have a tendency of ripping into other people's maps as well, but only when I know they can take the criticisms. And when it's deserved. Not deserved as in like, they're a bad person, they deserve harsh criticism. No, rather like, you know, like the map actually could be improved. I'm not actually sure where I'm going. I'm too busy chatting nonsense. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to get back to mapping now, because I've not really made any progress today. And it is nearly midnight, which is when I was going to stop today. Level editor, there we go. Let's get some music on. Spotify's ignoring me, thank you. There we go. What do we want? We'll go back one. Instrumental version of Prodeus the Hero? Fuck yeah. Yeah, exactly, Hazard. And enjoy the laggy stream. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have the money for a new computer. And I insist I want 3 monitors, so... Oh, dude, the tools are fantastic. They're so fun to use. And with the likes of Queen Jazz, hello, they're only getting better by the day. Why 3 monitors? So I've got one with Streamlabs open, I've got one with the actual application open, and I've got one with any ancillary application. So like at the moment I've got Streamlabs chatbot and I've got Spotify open on it. When I'm doing other things like gaming, typically I'll have Discord on one, I'll have the game in another, and then sometimes I'll have the third one open if I need to look up something about the game, that sort of stuff. Hazardous Peaks? No. Breaking Tag. Did I not show you that, BT? Fuck it, I've wasted all of today anyway. I'll have to do another mapping stream tomorrow where I actually map, won't I? The other half of Hazardous Peaks became a challenge map. I can't read that. There it is. I wonder if my housemates are still awake. I already feel like playing drums tonight, even though I suck. Hey, thank you for the follow. There's my new little follow message. It's kind of killed by the chat here. Let's move that. There you go. Okay, so this is a challenge map. The idea is that you're supposed to be speedrunning it. Challenge maps will have like global leaderboards, and they tend to have like gimmicky features, so like shootable targets like that. I just totally didn't jump. It's been a day, guys. It's been a day. Thank you very much, Sunpraiser. Hey, Sunpraiser. So I actually don't know too many of the changes Jason made to this. He's tweaked the flow a bit. I totally fucked that up. So there you go. So we've done some... Jimmy is not mapping for Prodeus now. So...
You're a mess, Dragonfly.
That I am. Thank you, Jason's voice vicariously sent through Breaking Tactics. This little sequence I love. Crush the zombies. That was all hand scripted stuff. Like I made the geometry fall on them. So it's not like there actually is destructible terrain. Automap secret. Again, pseudo-destructible terrain. This used to look a lot better, but the problem with it is like there was too many explosions and you couldn't see where you were going through it. So we've kind of subdued it for now, and we're going to work out a way to make that work better. There's another secret. If you wrap round here instead of going through the door like you're intended to do, you can go down here. Then you come up to the top. This bit is one of my favourite pieces. This bridge. Fuck yeah. I'm so happy with that. Kill those, and then away we go into the exit. So that's what became of the second half of the map that got deleted. Or not deleted, but removed from the original Hazardous Peaks. So, if I don't take my time and I try and speedrun, let's go. I'm not going to go for 100% kills, I'm literally just going to go for, like, time. Let the blast damage hit the switch. Crush all those zombies. Beautiful. Getting all the early shots in. And I fucked up the jump, so I'm gonna no-clip. Fucking cheats. He's fake. Yeah, that blast radius though really would do like minimal amounts of damage. And exit. So yeah, speed. It's fun on that map. Almost sub 1 minute. So yeah, there's two types of map. There is a pixel filter. I've got it on the lowest one. It's not just a filter per se. It is actually lowering the resolution of the renderer, and you can change that in real time. So like here we've got the lowest filter. Here's a medium. Here's a high. Here's like native, so 1080p. Now you'll notice as I move around the editor, sometimes the frame rate gets a bit shitty while I'm streaming. It's absolutely fine when I'm not streaming. But when I am streaming, like the game itself, I'm still getting that at a clean 144 frames a second on this monitor. Like I'm not noticing a thing at all in game. But there on Streamlabs, like you see some major stuttering every now and then, and I'm not happy about that. Same with recordings, BT. Would you get sued for remaking Doom in this? No, the same way you don't get sued for remaking like Unreal or Quake maps in Doom. Like, as long as you're not making money from it, you're fine. Yeah, so I'm typically using it on the lowest graphics setting, like the lowest resolution rather, when streaming, just to make it easy for you guys to tolerate. Nice. Is that going to repeat? What the fuck? So apparently now my pause play button on my keyboard controls the sound effects for my follow alert instead of Spotify. I will never understand why Windows keep changing what the fuck the media controls do. I'm gonna spite you, Hazard, and speedrun. I just failed the jump. I jumped way too early. Good night, Jazz. Nice to have you around. Hope you rest well. Of course I'm trying for sub 1 minute. It'll be easy. I say it'll be easy and I'm gonna fucking flop it. But with speed strats like that and then missing the fuck... You know what, I'm gonna suicide here. Thank you. Blew myself out of the terrain. How about that? Don't you just love it when streamers eat their own words? It's great. It's like instant karma. Fucking got hooked on the edge. Oh, you hate to see it. Yeah, laugh your ass off. Get out your system. There you go. It's because I'm cutting that as absolutely fine as possible. Splat. Love it. I'll catch up on the chat. Rocking jumping? Grandma in a rocking chair just doing a fucking 600-foot jump. No, rocket jumping is not a thing in this game at the moment. Rockets do not provide any momentum, but that's not to say it won't be in the future. It's just not at the moment. Sub 1 minute, come on. Cunt. Bunny hopping, so you don't get acceleration from it necessarily. So the movement tech isn't like super intense. But like your ability to like navigate is really smooth. And one thing that I do like, strangely, is that you can sort of nudge monsters about a little bit as you run into them and stuff. So for speedrunning, that's fantastic because you can just sort of push your way through. Oh, clipping all the walls there. Suboptimal. He's a bad speedrunner. Ban him. Kick him off Twitch. Oh, fuck yeah, I got a good boost off that bridge. That's what we want. Same off that one. And then that fucker stopped me. That's probably going to get me sub after a minute again. But yeah, so challenge maps are really small ones. They're intended to just be blitzed through. That's it. Oh, shit. Couldn't have been much closer. I don't know how the timing works in this game. If it's tied to your frame rate or what. Skin of my fucking teeth. Yeah. That'll do. That will do. That will do, donkey. Right. 10 more minutes to fuck off. So how about we... I mean, it is current world record, but the map is still work in progress. So by the time this hits, like, your guys' hands, it could be a bit different. We might move some monsters around. We might add a little bit more map to it. You never know. Wet Falco? Question mark? I can't tell if you're just being a dick or if you're actually saying that because it's not a Doom mod. But hey, I mean, if you want to set an impression of, hey, look at me, I'm a cunt, then go right ahead. So I guess I'll do a tour of the actual Hazardous Peaks level. We're up to... Jesus Christ, Jason. You don't leave things alone. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to pirate AAA games, I'm not going to say anything bad against you. Like, your morals are still fucked, but they're not as fucked. But yeah, I mean, this has been made by a bunch of people who are literally depending on this for sustenance at the end of the day. I'm luckily not one of the ones in that position. Like, it isn't my day job. This is my second job. But I would make it my day job if my outgoings weren't too expensive. Prodeus is the new Doom. So, I'm speedrunning. Why am I doing that? Let's get them on the lava. Basically, this map is all about sort of precarious situations. So, these things... See that? We've got this little floaty platform. If you stand on it, it starts shitting itself and eventually sinks into the ground. And you don't want to be on there when it sinks. Exactly, Ludic. In fact, you know what? Let's see. Let's see. Who was it who said that? Wet Falco. And they are banned. Suck my dick, Wet Falco. Moving on. Yeah. I like what Jason's done with this. Like, that was Jason's idea, the whole sort of dropping down platforms. Like, it captures what I was looking for, and they still do what I did, which is that they raise with the terrain. So I'll explain that in a minute. Hey, Sitting Kitten, thank you for the follow. Hopefully it wasn't the ban that motivated that. Like, hey, this guy's, like, not going to take shit. I like him. A couple of people have been banned, but yeah, you generally have to be an arsehole. Like, actual arsehole. I think only 2 other people have been banned. Shotgun. Fuck yeah. You can lose your other arm. Oh, okay, you just lost his life instead. Oh shit, Jason, you're an arsehole. He's changed that to a toxic zombie. The toxic zombies didn't exist when I made this level. I'm going to jump over that puddle of goop. So, we've got this bio switch. You can see which I made here. Note how the lava is mostly stationary in the pipes. It's repeatable. He just simply said that he's going to pirate this game. Like, No, don't. Don't go to one of the developers and say, hey, I'm going to pirate your game. Of course they're just going to tell you to fuck off, aren't they? Yeah, so these bio switches raise the lava. Or acid in this case. And then, like, you can see they start pumping through and all that sort of stuff. All the good shit. Okay, I'm going to up the res one step just to make it a little bit clearer. Hopefully it doesn't lag too much on stream. I can't keep up with the chat. 1 second, guys. Let me grab that. He did just call it a Doom mod, but a lot of people have genuinely made that mistake. I mean, they've seen me try and push Doom in stupid directions, so until proven otherwise, I try and think people are saying it in goodwill and meaning it like almost a compliment, I guess. Benefit of the doubt, you know, there's no need to think everyone's an asshole when they're not. Even though I'm one, like... Yeah. Yeah, you guys get it. Does the slime kill you instantly? It's damage over time. So, in fact, I'll use this as a demonstration. So I picked up one of the checkpoints, and there's the checkpoint location there. So if you die, I'm gonna up the res just to make sure the ammo count is easiest to read. Continue is now an option. Boop. So yeah, we don't actually lose anything, but you respawn here. So I don't know if we're going to go with like a live system like Eternal, or if it's like you do have infinite lives. So if you're a casual, like you can just play at your own pace and die a few times. But you respawn backwards in the level, so there is that sort of penalty all the same. It's a new system. We're not fully sure exactly where it's going to go. This lava, it's hot. Ow, I'm dead. God, I love that. That video game trope right there. I love those guys coming out the floor. I can't remember who helped me come up with that idea. It was either Breaking Tactics or Major Arlene, I feel like. Fucking hell. Whiffed it. You can get on fire. So can you. That's a new addition again, another toxic zombie. Will this game have an SSG? Not necessarily an SSG in specific, but we're having 2 or 3 varieties of each type of weapon. So you'll have 2 or 3 like machine gun slots, you'll have 2 or 3 shotgun slots, you'll have 2 or 3 rocket slots, plasma slots, so on and so forth. So there's plenty of weapon variety to be had, and I'm sure something will fill that sort of SSG vibe. And Avernus. Oh, Avernus. Get the fuck out. So these crates need a green key. That's like a nod to progression in this level. Yeah, fuck it. 1 to the face. Cool. So yeah, you need a green key to progress in this level. Great, we've got all these guys. I've got no ammo for the shotgun because I don't have enough. I'm going to try and rally all these guys up to the barrel. And then proceed to be body blocked. There we go. Fuck yeah, that nearly killed all of them. Shit. Is there a key insert animation in this game? Not yet, question mark. I don't know if it's planned or not, but it's certainly not in the game yet. There's a little secret button there, covered in blood. Unless you grab an armor that you could see through a window earlier. Do-do-do-do. So... Sunpraiser, if you're on the Prodeus Discord, you'd be able to find them under the username Ash Phelan. Fuck yeah, I love that chain gun. Messy weapon. Let's get up here. Oh no. Failed that. Oh, he's dead already. Cool. Let's have a read. So, as far as you're concerned, you don't pirate games that aren't abandonware or laden with bloatware, such as de novo. On that second one, I figure if the devs and publishers are going to treat legitimate customers like criminals, then there's no incentive to be a legitimate customer. Cheers to that. That I can agree with. So, I don't have anything against DRM. At the end of the day, the developer has to make their money. That's just the way it is, right? However, if like the way that the DRM is done is really scummy and or borderline Trojan slash like virusy in its nature, then that's not okay. That's not alright. Equally, yeah, if a game is straight up not able to be bought anymore and the developer doesn't exist anymore, it's a really grey / black area. You shouldn't pirate it, but I morally don't see it as a particularly outstandingly bad thing. So, more like in the sort of actual retro game sort of environment. Like if you wanted to, oh yeah, I made a little scene here. These guys start fighting each other, and that is purely because of race wars. Like the two different races will fight each other. How can you play Prodeus? It's not released yet. That's because it's not released yet. You can't. It will be released in summer. So I'm one of the developers. Nice to meet you, Marlon. And early access will be out in summer this year. So not too long to wait. Yep. That fogged window, that has a feature that Jason so sweetly described as transblurrency. It's like transparency with blur. And I don't know why, but the name transblurrency just cracks me up and I love it. That's a lot of zombies. Let's kill them. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, the only thing that's dictating when it gets released is when it's done. At the end of the day, we want to put a pop quality game out there. That's why it got pushed back in the first place. We don't want to drop anything that's not ready to be played into your hands and then have everyone go, oh, it was unfinished shit, typical early access, waste of time, don't buy. Like, we don't want that to happen, and that's what will happen. That's what, like, the internet at large is like. Whether you like that fact or not is, neither here nor there. But that's how it be. Just go on any Steam reviews page, and if the game was sort of a half-finished job in early access, you'll find a lot of people just shat on it during early access, and then no one bought it when it's finished, or it never finished. One of the two. Yes, there's nothing wrong with feeling unfinished, by definition. But that's it, it's got that layer of polish, so what you're putting out there does feel like it's at least good quality. Worth playing. Yeah, this does look polished, but it's not polished enough, if that makes sense. We're still adding a bit of that pro sauce, as we call it. A bit of the Prodeus flavour. I almost have full shells, I'm not going to pick that up. I'll take that armour, though. So we've got to our next lava switch. So this is going to raise the lava levels again. Could you stop? I'm trying to admire the lava. Jesus. The manners of this lad. And if you go backwards, there's actually a secret. Exactly, Hank. So we don't want to make it too late to fix, basically. We want to get it right early. Do you, the devs, get annoyed at you playing it on stream? No. No, not at all. In fact, so far, I'd say it's only been a positive experience. Aside from, like, that one guy we just had being, like, the first negative. Most people, like, are either becoming increasingly hyped as time go on about the game because, like, of the continuous exposure I'm able to put out there as well as the other devs who stream. Or, on the flip side, new people who weren't aware of the game become aware of the game. So, it's good from a marketing perspective. So there's really no negatives to it. Well, there you go. Exactly. So I've done my job here by streaming. Whether or not I've made much progress mapping, it's that is a negative. Like, I would have got a lot more done had I not streamed, but I probably wouldn't have had as much fun. Like, I'd love interacting with you guys, so that's a big bonus for me. And, you know, it possibly results in increased sales at the end of it, so it's only good things. How weak the shotgun seems? All the damage numbers are, like, we're talking about reviewing them. So I'm not able to comment on whether or not it'll be buffed, or monster health will be lowered, or increased, or what. But we're looking to tweak it. Good question, Most Dangerous. I don't know what our release value will be, because I think that's actually determined by the publisher. I know when it was on Kickstarter, I think it was... I think it's $15 or $20 we were intending it to be. I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm not the guy who's going to be selling it at the end of the day, so I'm just here along for the ride, trying to make pretty levels for you to shoot things in. Fuck yeah. Putting barrels to good use. One of my favourite things in this game. That's alright, Rev. Sunpraiser, I did change it. Twitch seems to shit itself for some reason whenever I change the game, and it won't change it till the next stream later. Okay, I need to stop missing and shooting their legs. There we go, that's a bit better. I've just remembered something I was going to show you guys, as per Breaking Tactics' suggestion. So... I'm going to freeze the enemies here. So stand still. So you can see their sprites right now, right? 16 frame rotations and vertical versions as well. And if I jump below, like you've got looking up at them with 16 rotations, so on and so forth. How about model versions? Actual models at the toggle of a button. So that retro look that we're going for, that sprite sheet fill, that's done on the fly, and that's based on the models. So if I shoot this guy's arm off, notice how he's all sort of like charred up, he's covered in blood, he's missing an arm. Go into the sprite, that's how he looks there. And the lighting, so you got the lighting, the green lighting hitting him from the like acid down there. That's hitting the sprite in the same way. So they're dynamically rendered on the fly. There is a limitation to that, but it's a limitation that won't be ever exceeded in the main game, but I imagine some community maps will look at that and go, ha, I don't care. Which is, if there's too many, like, it can only render so many sprites before the sprite sheet gets taken up. So there's like a fixed dimension that the sprite sheet can be. So if you've got like thousands of enemies, some of them just won't render. That's just how it is. Yep, blood on the gun. Slaughter maps are model only. Well, that's the thing. So I don't know if that's going to forever be the case. I'm going to unfreeze the enemies so they can actually attack me. Cool. Hi there, guy. I'm going to go down here. At the moment, they are the same. They're done the same way, but the model toggle button only does it for enemies at the moment. I don't know why that is. That's just how it is in the code, basically. But yeah, everything sprite-based is actually a model first. Yeah, that's a possibility. I think, so last time I tested this was back when I first joined the team, so a lot of development's been done since, so I don't know if that limitation is even in the game anymore. And if it is, I don't know how much of a burden it is, to be honest. Like, before, the game itself kind of couldn't handle that many monsters anyway. They started acting really weird, and physics on the monsters started getting pushed around really quickly. Yeah, Sweet Pea knows about this game. One of the big blue dudes, let's fucking blow him up. Actually, I want to show off his attacks. What's up, mate? Please don't hurt me. Here it is. Big fuck off laser. And he also has the ability to make himself and other monsters going, like, semi-invisible. So we'll blow him up. We don't want that. Jason? Where's my switch? Has he moved it? Has he moved the switch? So this is the latest version of the map where Jason's made some tweaks since I posted it. There used to be a switch here. One of those bio switches. Is there one like attached to this now? Or out here? What does ADR stand for, Palladium? Just so I understand. Okay, that's really interesting. I might have to mention that to Jason. That's certainly not intended. Just double check everywhere, make sure it's not actually just been moved. Oh, a Doom remake. Okay. Gotcha. Well, that switch is missing. So the lava would have risen here, and there is a really clever thing that has been done here. This was Jason's doing. See this bridge? That center part of the bridge detaches with the checkpoint, comes up with the lava, and locks in here. Yeah, it's probably a case of too many frames, Rev. I think the main reason it's done dynamically is just so that, like... You know, it's a good question. I can't answer that with an honest face. Like, I don't know the answers to the question. I didn't choose. I imagine a big part of it is file space constraints and workflow improvement. So, like, if we change the way a monster looks... Hey, Bissellborg, thank you for the follow. If we change the way, say, like, a monster looks and behaves and stuff, we don't have to re-render all the sprites out because of that change. Like, it's already in the game as soon as the model's updated. Can't think of many other reasons at this time, but I imagine that's why, honestly. So yeah, we'll pretend that switch came up. The lava level would be up to, like, there, sort of thing, like, quite high up. See those guys? They would have actually landed on a platform that would have been there. The platform that is there. This lifts up through the acid. So on and so forth. Like, there's a lot of bits and pieces that happen here. Well, that's the thing, Ludic. I could, by going into the editor. I'd have to leave my session to do that. But it's just not there. I'm wondering if the prefab which constructs the switch has been shifted at all. So now we need a yellow key. Grab this. So yeah, lava would have been in line with this height here, basically. Now that is probably one of the biggest negatives to having the engine and the editor be the same piece of software, is if you did want to look at the game in-game and the editor at the same time, you'd have to launch 2 instances of the game itself. Which I obviously haven't done here, so... Do you mind smacking me with that shotgun? Oh shit. Okay, cool. That's fine. Oh, thank you, Bissellborg. Yeah, Evertanti was a huge passive. I can't talk today. A huge passion project for me, so it honestly it just brings a smile to my face every time someone says they enjoyed it. Bitch, you're gonna die. You're dead. There you go. I was gonna say you're dead, but he wasn't. Rude. Nothing too special, BT, but I think Jason's accidentally, or intentionally, possibly, I don't know his reasonings yet, removed one of the switches in this level, which is crucial to progression, so I had to no-clip through some walls. Haha. That's alright, Hazard. Yeah, get fucked. So I'm actually going to freeze the AI here for a second, just so you can actually get a moment to see that. We've got the alarms going off. There's like the acid inside is being flowed up and down, which actually affects the lighting in this room. All the like warning stripe lights are flashing and everything when you kill all the guys. Is there one I've missed? I mean, I did freeze the AI. Yeah, he's there. I don't have any rockets left. Boop. There you go. So the flashing alarms stop. We get this now. So you get just the like moving acid effects, which is just... I was so proud of that when I did that. And this structure here is actually inspired by a 3D model that Breaking Tactics did. So credits Breaking Tactics for that. They created this like weird sci-fi looking like ribbed shape, and I really liked it, and just basically recreated it in Prodeus as some sort of energy tower and then turned it into that. And why are the AI still frozen? I forgot to turn them back on. You know you're a Doom mapper when you can't help but put fucking monster closets in your map for the returning trip through an area. Hey, I wish I could aim. You guys ever heard of aiming? It's this like crazy new thing where like, instead of just blindly shooting, like you actually pick your targets and hit them where you intended to. It's a really weird concept, but like, I don't know, this modern way of playing is quite interesting. I'm still getting used to it. Yay! I forgot to save some rockets for this fight. What's up? Definitely minigun. Just jump into them. I don't know how I took so few damage points then. I think I sassed myself more than anyone else, you know. I mean, this whole fight is optional. You could just skip straight to the end if you want. Gotta give the speedrunners some love, time to time. And we end. I think that'll be a good point to finish the stream on as well, so before you all disappear, we'll see if there's someone worth raiding. So see how the end screen now tallies deaths, which was that intentional death I took right at the start, by just standing in the lava. Yo, Lydic, that'd be a sick idea. FCO, thank you for the raid. I was just finishing my stream. I feel really bad. But to those of you who just joined through FCO, stick around. We'll go raid someone else cool. Sorry to be passing the parcel, but it happens. It happens. I do appreciate that raid, dude. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at who's on Twitch, shall we? Who's live? I mean, everyone and their fucking grandma was streaming earlier. So, all right. We have got Bob Ross, King Dime, Doomspeed Demos, Mr. Zol, Tarnsman, Bridgeburner, Nevanos, Major Arlene. Click show more. Oh, and then it's showing a bunch of offline people. Okay. I think we'll go raid the person with the least viewers, which is Major Arlene. She's a great person to watch. She is playing Doom right now. Alien Vendetta and Scythe on survival co-op. So that should be a good laugh. You're more than welcome to PM me, Sunpraiser. That's absolutely fine. Wish you guys all the best. Hope you have an enjoyable weekend. Let's go start that raid. Major Arlene. So stick around. I'm going to pass you to some of the coolest in the Doom community. So, let's see. Yeah, I don't need to save this. So bye-bye, Prodeus. And bye-bye, audience. It's been a pleasure. Take care.